The context of this performance as research is the project EU Immigrants.EU citizens by performing architectures. This part of the project takes place at the Ugly Duck 4749 Tanner Street building in London on the weekend before the UK European Union membership referendum in June 2016. The company is using all three stories of an empty 19th century warehouse. Every artist involved is invited to use a space in the building and shape a piece inspired by how physical invitations can activate a dialogue on what is a country, what the EU building could be, how can this building become an artistic habitat. The questions make me think of my 6 years in London as a Greek-born actress. I wish to share 6 moments of this life, one for each year. I come up with a performative game, 6 cards with autobiographically initiated invitations for the players, one big dice with a surface for every year. The game is called Monotime, a title inspired by the famous board game Monopoly. Instead of Mr. Monopoly, I facilitated through the clown-like persona of Dr. Monotime, a playful reference to my academic identity, which I acquire later in the same month. My intention is to create a performance that cannot exist without at least the witnessing of one co-player, and that could hardly repeat itself. The game starts when the visitors enter the building, and it finishes when they have to be curated to the next artist. As an actress researcher, I use this game in order to explore the identity of the actor witness or actor facilitator, who could hold for the active spectators not only a performative, but also a potentially third shared experience. I wish to witness through embodied acknowledgement each spectator witness as co-actor, including the possibility of co-created thirds based on Jessica Benjamin's recognition theory. I do not wish to challenge, but to include with sensitivity.
Let's play a game. I call it Monotime. Who would like to play? Come on. Roll the die. Where is one? Where is one? Where is one? Oh. Could you please go in the center of the room and read it out loud from the bottom of your heart?
Dr. Monotime's dreams came true. She flew to New York. Please read to yourself the following lyrics. Out loud and slowly. These little time blues are melting away. I'm about to make a brand new start right here. Right here. Thank you.
The written invitations also indicate an open and sensitive intention. For instance, in the card that is inspired by the year I started teaching actors in London, the player reads, Dr. Monotime started teaching this game. Please help her with the rules. Without destroying something or hurting someone, set up a rule for this round. The player should. A spectator witness chooses for her co-players to read this card in their mother tongue.
Is English your first language? Okay.
Yes. Dr. Monotime started teaching this game.
Just read only that in your language. How is please help her? Please help me.
In my own language.
Yes, please. This is her rule, not mine. I hate this.
So in Turkish.
Turkish. Let me go there.
Yes please. Lütfen kurallarla ona yardım et.
All of it.
I'm saying all of it.
That was my rule.
Doktor Monotime bu oyunu öğretmeye başladı. Lütfen kurallar konusunda ona yardım edin. Herhangi bir şeyi mahvetmeden veya kimsenin canını acıtmadan bir kural koyun bu tur için. Ve oyuncular bunu yapmalı.
No, you don't have to. It's her own rule. I have to do my part. Please. How is bravo in Turkish?
Bravo, I think it's bravo as well.
Bravo in Turkish. I know Turkish. So, the Dr. Monotime ξεκίνησε να διδάσκει αυτό το παιχνίδι. Σας παρακαλώ, βοηθήστε με. Χωρίς να καταστρέψετε τίποτα ή να πληγώσετε κάποιον, να αποφασίστε για έναν κανόνα αυτού του παιχνιδιού. Οι παίχτες θα πρέπει...
Other invitations would prompt different qualities of personal engagement, still allowing the openness to a possible third attuning. Thus, to the question, could you share something that scares you? Some players would say mice or spiders, and others would not hesitate to talk about illness and the fear of death. So, when a spectator witness shares that they're afraid of death, my response is,
So brave for sharing that. Thank you so much.
the most significant element to me in my first exploration of such invitations becomes the embracing of the variety in the responses, keeping the balance between my chosen acting persona and my witnessing or facilitating responsibilities. I do my best to be present for the group and for every individual player, negotiating distances, spatial arrangements, and intercorporeal dynamics. This becomes possible through an open ended dramaturgy that emanates from my own embodied experience and allows an ongoing dynamic movement to the not yet known.